With 7 Days to Die. We're going to check out one of my newer maps. I know I haven't posted a lot of videos lately. Sorry about that. Work's more important. But we're going to go past that, and we're going to go straight into my new game. We left Kim behind. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. I still got some things I want to show you in my next video on what I did with Kim. There's a lot of fun new things that I did with it. But we're going to go to this one. It's called Go. Note, I don't have my zombies running right now. I've been building a little bit on this map. It is on my 18-hour days, 2 hours, and warrior difficulty. I've been playing a lot more on this warrior difficulty. You can only play it on single player or multiplayer private. It's a definitely good difficulty level for those of you that have played this enough to where you feel experienced and ready, but just aren't ready for that insane crap. More zombies come at you at one time instead of like 1 or 2 coming from a screamer, or 4 or 5. You get about 7 or 8, almost a mini horde every time you get a screamer, and it takes a lot more to damage these zombies on warrior mode. So let's just get right into it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like personally playing the longer games. My days, it takes a lot longer to go through my days, but I get more time to do a lot more building and a lot more scavenging, and technically my nights are just much longer too. I mean, in standard multiplayer games, you're playing a 40-minute interval and you got half and half, 12 hours day, 12 hours night. So you're only getting 20 minutes daytime, 20 minutes nighttime. When I play the 18 hours and 2-hour intervals on the 24-hour cycle, I'm getting over an hour and 20 minutes of gameplay on daytime and a 40-minute night horde, or just nighttime period. So it doesn't only extend the daytime, you get your nights extended too, which makes it a little bit more difficult. It looks like we started from the bottom. Let me just go ahead and get up top and show you guys around, show you what the deal is. A buddy of mine, I don't really know who thought of doing this, but I'm going to just go ahead and say it was a buddy of mine, Kush Smoking Boss, plays on the PS4, thought of this idea of utilizing the wooden frames as just kind of like a ladder, or kind of like your own personal manual elevator going up and down. So that's what we do now when we go down. All right, let's come out here. Pardon the video, I'm just kind of trying to hide this from you guys a little bit so I can give you the full walkthrough. So I'm just kind of looking down. Get out of this little mining system that I got going on here. Alright, so we're outside. Oh, there's a zombie. I'm going to start by showing you where I am on the map. This is a Navezgane map. So this is something that you guys are welcome to duplicate or do or try yourself on your own multiplayer world. It's a good strategy that I've built. It's helped me a lot. Most people don't realize, even though all of the loot is random generated, the mines are not. So if you dug down and you found yourself a whole crap ton of supplies or, resources, guaranteed it's going to be in that exact same spot on the next game that you start up on that map. So if you're anything like me, I've memorized my map. Navezgane is all in my head. I don't ever really use this map except to find friends if they ever join, or if I'm in their game. Oh, she came. See what I mean? They're a little bit more difficult. Came up and hit me pretty good. I might just hit her with the arrows this time. I never tried the flaming arrows yet, so let's give these flaming arrows a try. Note that I am on day 17. I did survive my 2 first hordes, and I did do them here at this house that I built. Oh my god, these flaming arrows are amazing! I know you guys saw that with the head just exploding, and oh man, awesome. So, I had this house built by day 4, had the garden system and everything built right before the 7th day horde. And as you can see, I still have some damage. I don't really work on repairing much. You know, I build a base and keep going with it, keep building. I don't really repair stuff, you know. It's a waste of my time. So obviously you see there used to be sandbags going all the way along. A lot of those got torn up. This is a structure that is simple, yet very defendable. And when I say that, I mean it in the utmost. I mean, I didn't use spikes for either of my hordes. They came in the building. I just jumped or went onto the top, jumped off, and I kind of basically used this, which is this is another idea that came from a buddy of mine, Kush Smoking Boss, to just kind of lift your beds and, you know, have a platform. So I got my bed rolls up there. It's just a bedroll platform. That's the only thing it's meant for. So I just basically ran back and forth between there, you know, hitting a few zombies at a time with the club, hitting them with the arrows, shooting at them, whatever I had to do, and I got it done. As you can see, the bottom half has metal blocks, and the top has wood blocks. I did start from wood frames, so it does have all the layers, so all the protection is there. I kind of wanted to upgrade it to cement, but I don't know. I kind of like the feel to it. I like the look. It's got these barred windows on each side, none in the back. So you can see this is kind of pushed out right here. There isn't an actual room here. This is just double layered. I like to triple layer the wall that my forges go on. I just feel like it's more of a block barrier. They hear less of the noise, and it has worked for me. I have 2 forges going in there, and even at nighttime, you know, they unless they walk like right by the house, which they do on Warrior, you'll see about 5 to 7 of them just kind of walking by your place during the nighttime, just randomly, and they don't really hear the forges going, so that's a good thing. They can still sense the heat level, so once they get 16 blocks close to it, so like I said, from right here or right next to this road, they'll be able to sense that there's a fire going, but they won't be able to hear it from all the way over here, which they can if you only have a single wall. So I doubled the walls behind my forges, came around. Interestingly enough, I like the way that if you go into your miscellaneous craft and you come down, you'll see destroyed stone. Some of you may think of it as a waste of resources, because I mean it's not really protective. It's only 100. It's not really for protection for me. It's an easy way to build early roads and early paths that you want to do, and just kind of fill in walls. Let's say if you know you're working on a cave or a mine shaft, and you want to square out all your walls and make it look pretty, like I try and do. You can take these and just fill in the spots that you ended up accidentally cutting, you know, busting through. So definitely utilize your destroyed stone. But you come in here, basic setup. This floor up here is double layered, I believe. There's another layer underneath it, and this tucks down. I got a workbench, plenty of boxes here. Show you a little bit of my supplies. What I'm working with at day, no, that's empty. Day 19. And don't let that box fool you. I've been filling up my forges. I'll show you the forges. Workbench, got some gunpowder in there. I love building refrigerators. That's just like my peeve. I don't like having my food without a refrigerator. And it's not that hard. All you need is like 10 wire and some forged iron. Come over here to miscellaneous build again. Miscellaneous build is wonderful. I mean, even though it doesn't give you as much when you're playing standard game versus if you were using either cheat mode or creative mode, but it still gives you a lot of fun stuff that you can build in your miscellaneous. Right here. You always do refrigerator tops if you're going to do a refrigerator. Do not waste your time building a refrigerator bottom. Oh, you only need 1 wire and a few forged and a few short iron pipes. Really simple to make. You can get the scrap wire from destroying old refrigerators, sometimes you can get them from destroying the ovens. Best place to do it is in Navezgane. one of the best places because there's a few of these towers. It's the radio station tower, which is always going to be right near my base because I always build right here. The land that I'm sitting on is at negative or +1 elevation, so it's perfect. Everything around me is lifted higher, so they can only come down at me, so they can't really dig to me from my holes, since zombies don't really go down like that. But as you can see right over here is where I collect a lot of my wires. You go to radio towers or electrical stations, and they've got all these computing metal blocks, and you break those down and bam, it gives you a lot of wire. So build yourself some fridges. They're nice. They make your place look clean. Got my cement mixer here. Got that done about day 12. Forges, as you can see, I'm not messing around with my iron and clay. I did make a lot of, I've got hundreds of water, so to make glass, if anybody's wondering how to fill this up for glass, sand. That's all you need to do. Put sand in your smelting thing, you got glass, and the sooner you get your forge up, the better for everything, but no more having to scavenge for empty bottles or any of that crap. Just throw a few pieces of sand in there and build away at your bottles. You know, you can make as many glass bottles as you want. You just need, I just want to say sand and clay, but I could just be mistaken. It could just be sand. Right here, glass jars. Yep, so you'll need glass and clay, but throw some sand in there, you got all the glass you want. Alright, moving on. This is a new little design I did for the forges and the food stations. You can come up here to the roof. This part I kind of spent a little time detailing, making my little entryway up here. I don't know what I'm doing here. I was kind of going for a building that had walls that spread out and then come back up, and it was a strategy I wanted to try against the spider zombies, to see if they can actually like climb on ceilings as well. So if I had this curved like that, I almost wondered if they couldn't actually crawl all the way up and around because of the steep bank, but I don't know yet. I got to fully build it and actually test it on a horde. Like I said, I did that in here, and this building took a total of I have no problem joining you, just let me finish this video. Alright, so from here I built myself a garden. Got everything you need. Blueberries, potato, where's my potatoes? There's potato and corn. You got potato and corn, you're good to go on your meat stew. And your meat stew, your bacon and eggs, and are the best food you're gonna get for building up your wellness. That is just a major fact I got to put out there for you guys. Here I did a bridge to get across this river a little bit more easily. I use a lot of wood plates and just plates in general. They become very useful, especially when building on water or building in water, just because they don't weigh as much and they don't take as, it's a little harder for them to fall when you got a whole bunch of them. Considering if I were to use all basic blocks right here, I would have had to do a lot more supports underneath than what you saw. I only did 3 supports on this river bridge. And here I can show you what I was talking about is these blocks. Oh, well, I don't have it in my inventory. You have in your inventory a few blocks that you're going to build. Make sure you pay attention to just go up to them here. I got to craft one. We'll go downstairs and I'll show it to you in a minute. So we're going to come down here, and this is another strategy I want to put out there for people. Hidden bases. Okay, I'm walking up the street. I'm looking around. I wouldn't really think of any. There's no resources over here. Somebody definitely cleared the trees. I've got the decoy building over there, so anybody that comes walking up the street, they're immediately going to that house. But if they were smart and walked up to this rock, bam, and we come down. And from here, this cave system is going to start at that rock right here, and we're going to come across the river. See, I squared out my walls. There's a few spots like these couple spots that I filled in with those stone. I'm telling you, that broken stone works really well at covering up some holes. Got a nice little stair going down. Over here is a starter box, just because this is the level where you find the mine. There is a mine deeper underneath the first mine that I found, but you know, I haven't gotten that far yet. So I store a few things here, but there's a block here that I can show you what I was wanted to talk to you about. So I'm going to go up to these blocks. I'm going to hit triangle. I'm going to see mass and max load. So this is a 15 mass load, and it can handle 90. So I can use this block, center it outwards. So if I stack 2 of these up, and then I start building blocks around the top one, it can handle up to 90 max load. So that means I can do about 7 blocks connected to that before you put the 8th one on there, and those blocks will all collapse because that's as much as it can handle. These wood frames start at a mass load of the 4, but obviously as you build onto it, it's going to get heavier and heavier and heavier. I haven't tested the theory to see if it's heavier to do layered blocks or just go straight to concrete. I kind of want to test that theory and see how it goes. But we're going to come over here, and you keep going down a little bit, and you see the mine that I started with. And all this free space was covered in resources, and I just kind of mined away and collected a lot of metals, a lot of coal. Only use coal when you're burning the forges or the campfires. I don't like using wood. I do feel like it does take up more of your wood a lot faster. Now here you see this little hole here. This is actually a defense hole. This is supposed to be for my secret base. So not only is it secret from the top side, where you really have to know where you're going to find my hole, once I get in here, this is more of a community cave right here. It's for anybody that wants to come in. Now for me, I'm going to come in here and I'll seal myself off with some dirt or some rock, and they're going to just look at it as just a wall. They're not even going to pay any attention over here. They're going to keep moving because there's no resources on that wall. But what they don't know is I got a nice little tunnel going down. And I'm going to use this block elevator, the strategy that, again, I said my buddy Kush, Smoking Boss, came up with. And you don't want to take too many at a time or you will get fall damage. But we're going to go all the way to bedrock now. I don't know if anybody notices, but Superman symbol. We're going to Superman's cave. Fuck the Bat Cave. Alright. And this is what I've started with down here so far. Got our resources. Obviously, I'm all the way at the bottom, so I'm not too worried about zombies hearing me. They're not really going to come down here. So I've got 3 forges stacked. Got my fridges down here. But another trick and tip I wanted to teach you guys. You see I'm using the plates right here. This is plated. Up there, those are squared blocks, so it's deeper in the hole. So over here, I use the half concrete. Put this, left this stone right there on top. This stone was placed there on my own. No one's going to really notice, if they do get down here, that there's a safe behind this wood, or this dirt right here. And let's see if I have any more of that dirt. I can show you what I was doing. The strategy behind this is keeping yourself, being able to play with other people, but at the same time having your stuff that you collected personally secure. So you come back here and you kind of look over, and I can see the safe. I can activate the safe. I'm going to do this, and the reason I use the half blocks down here is, instead of using the full blocks, is now it's going to leave a little corner crack. And now I can just look right here in the corner and still get into my safe. But to the average eye that's not looking for it, they're not going to pay attention to that. So, as you can see, there's plenty of resources in this wall going that way, and it's completely underneath the other mine. So, I'm going to mine away and build a base down here. But this is what I got to show you on this map. Hope to bring you some more videos. Again, I wanted to bring you a recap on Kim, show you what I did with that map. And this is the Go map. It's good to be on this again. Hope to bring you guys some more good videos. Hope you enjoyed what I got here, and I'll see you next time on 7 Days to Die, coming at you with Dark Chinchilla. If you're on the broadcast, go ahead and just add me on your friends list so that way I can join your game.